how important is it how you study and how you train, whether you use traditional methods or non-traditional methods? The current world chess champion Gukesh is notorious for not having used engines up to the age of 14 or 15, I believe. And it's interesting, right? Because now I think there's a whole generation of players that probably don't even remember a time when engines weren't as smart as players, right? Now the primary mode of instruction or studying might be using these chess engines. Have you been able to spot this difference in the way games are being played now that you have this generation of players coming up who are studying using engines? Has that changed the way the median of the games, how it's been played?
Absolutely. The engines have changed the game dramatically.
Okay.
For one thing, engines are extremely, let's say, engines tend to not believe whatever we think is true because they don't have any consciousness in this way, but also because their ability to calculate allows them to see very specific lines of play that we don't see and that may lead to situations that we didn't anticipate. And so their ability to defend certain situations that humans would find intolerable, steal a pawn to be attacked by your opponent's pieces mercilessly, that's something an engine would do, and we'd be laughing at it back in the day. And today you think, my pawn's gone because it just defends so well. And I think the modern player is more skeptical of sacrificing for the initiative the way a Tal would do with ease. The modern player realizes that, or sees very often, the engine refute those ideas and thinks, okay, I'm gonna have to win another way. And so they're far more intense in getting opening advantages on the clock, being less intuitive and tactical and more positional and precise. There's a premium put on that kind of play. You find less romantic, so to speak, players these days than you did back in the day when people were just giving away pieces just because it was cool to do, and it created conditions that your opponent might be terrified. Nowadays, people say, thanks for the piece. I'm just going to beat you now because your compensation's not enough. And so it has led to, I think, a somewhat of a I don't want to say dulling. It's not necessarily more boring because the game is so tense, but a narrowing of the styles. I would give you an example that comes from basketball. If you look at basketball these days, it looks like every team plays the exact same way. They space the floor. They put three-point shooters around the floor. Somebody drives to the hole. The defense collapses. They throw it out to the three-point shooter. The three-point shooter shoots. And that's rinse and repeat. Every team in the NBA. It's the rare team, and I don't think the team even exists that I can think of, who says, we have a big man who's super powerful. We're going to go inside and dominate on the inside. Everybody's shooting threes because that's the math. And I think chess has leaned that way now. It's the math. We're not just going to sacrifice stuff. We're going to drub you into submission with pure play, a limited sort of positional type game, accuracy and technique. And if I can catch you out there in the opening, so much the better. Usually I won't. So I'll just hope for some mistake around the edges, and then I'll beat you in an end game. That works. I mean, it works is what Magnus does to beat people. And you try to expand beyond that style and play very intuitively, and you might just find yourself down material. So very few players play that style, and you'll find that it'll be narrowed into openings as well. You'll see Berlins, when it was all Berlins for a long time, and we wanted to pull our eyes out as commentators. You'll see Petrov defenses, and then you want to take a hammer and just bang your fingers. Give me some feeling, please. That's where the game has gone, because those romantic openings, the Benonis of the world, the Benko gambits. Sorry, your position sucks. We're just going to beat you if you do that. And so there is some limitation to the spirit of the game because of the engines now.